Hello, hello. I am the Muffin Man, and this is my very first recording of Age of Empires 2 on Steam. And we're going to be showing you a game that I played last night when I should have been studying. This is against my good friend Dadgum. And we are coming live from North Dakota, USA. Yes, it does exist. And so let's just take a look at the game setup here. We are Mir Civ Spanish. I'm going to go ahead and take the board off and zip over here to me, the Muffin Man, over here in blue. I mean, what to say about this map? It's Golden Pit, so obviously all the gold is in this pit right here, so if you don't come and get this, you lose the game. Not necessarily, but it's a pretty good indicator of how the game is going to go. Dadgum is a very experienced player. He's doesn't play quite as much as me, but he definitely has more skill than I do, I would say. And, he's a very aggressive player, which I enjoy playing against, but he is very skilled, and that is for sure. Let's talk about the maps now. Let's see what we've got here. So, Dadgum, I think, has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He's collected all of his cows, and cows are new in the new expansions, and they offer 150 food instead of 100, which is kind of nice. And they moo instead of ba, which is also a huge bonus. So as you can see, not too much gold here on the map around our main bases. I think I only see that one pile. There is another one out here. There's only two piles though, 2 and 3. So there's only 5 piles, except for the Golden Pit, which obviously we're going to be wanting to take control of that. And Buckaboard Dadgum is coming out to figure me out, try scout me out, and see what my plans are. And me, I like to explore more around my base first, get a good idea of what's going on. Maybe that wasn't the best decision, as this is Golden Pit, so there's really not too many resources around here. You know what I didn't notice was the stone. How much stone is on this map? There's a little bunch there, and you know what? Another little bunch there. So 2 smallish piles. I mean, that's enough to get a castle or 2 up, and then 2 over here for Dadgum. He's got these both on the same side. But the Spanish castle unit, the Conquistador, is a very powerful unit, and something that you probably want to take advantage of later on in the game when that's available to you. So Dark Age builds, pretty standard, nothing too crazy is going to be going on. I don't think I found those 2 cows right there, which is kind of a bummer because they're right there. I mean, I'm not going to go back and explore that tiny little spot right there. Maybe I do, I don't remember. But I think I did kill Dadgum's scout, yep, right there, a while ago, but I really could have capitalized on that if I had, been scouting with my scout, but I mean, I guess I'm a noob. So we are definitely not pro players here. We've been playing the game for quite a few years now, but we're definitely not pro players, I would say. I'd say if anyone's a pro player, it's Dadgum right here. He's a good friend of mine. And what can you say, Dadgum? What else can you say about a guy like Dadgum? So yeah, not too much going on now. Looks like I'm gonna pop right now. 26, 530. I'll probably click up here pretty quick. 26 pop versus Dadgum's 24. So I'm beating him by a couple of villagers. It looks like he's got more food than me. Oh, that's interesting. I'm not sure. He just clicked up to the feudal age. You know what? The score difference, however, is probably due to the fact that I have more scouting than him. Actually, do I? Because I'm still not scouting with my scout here, so that was kind of a huge blunder. Dadgum putting down the barracks on front. I'm guessing that's going to be some sort of drush coming in. Nothing quite yet, though. Kind of surprised that he hasn't made anything quite yet for this. Where's his gold? Is he going for a gold? It's pretty standard to get, 3. Oh, and he did go and gather that extra gold there. So 3 militia is 60 gold. start the game with 100 gold, minus 50 for a loom, that leaves you at 50, so you want to go and send one villager to collect 10 gold, come back, and then you've got enough gold for that third militia, which is hugely advantageous. And having your scout in with this attack is also very critical too, which is unfortunate that he lost his, but he's still going to be able to do something with that, because I'm probably not going to be expecting. And I don't normally go for Drushers because, well, the thing is we're playing on fast speed here, and it's really tough to micro your economy and your military at the same time when you're dealing with fast speed. So you kind of got to really choose one, and I choose to kind of wait until I get the attack going a little bit later. He's going to come in here. Let's see what I've got. Nothing really on the front. I do have a nice little wall off here, so I'm kind of trying to funnel him through here, but I also don't have any villagers up there, so that's kind of pointless until I get some farms up. But right now he's just standing there. He doesn't see. He knows where my town center is. And he's coming in here. I just kind of want to see what I'm seeing. So I see him definitely. I'm not. Oh, it looks like I go for a wall off here. Just because I don't really want to have to deal with this. I am almost up to castle age, so I will be able to pump out a knight right away. Knights are just devastating to units, Dark Age units like this, even Feudal Age units. Knights they just dominate. But I get these walls up, you know, just to be safe, just kind of overkill protection for me. So I want to go to farms with these villagers, but I'm going to put them to wood right away because I want them to be working. Even if it's not super efficient, I want them to be doing something. Looks like wow, I do have 4 villagers though. Those guys are playing hacky sack or something over there, I'm not sure. Forming a workers union or something, I'm not quite sure. I did eventually move that scout again. Dadgum's economy, pretty solid, but I am up in Castle Age, and that's going to be a huge military advantage for me. But let's actually see what's going on with this attack. Okay, I do have the knight out, and doing 4 attack. He's only going to be doing 2 damage per hit to my knight, and I'm going to be doing 10, so that's 4 hits, and they're done. And yeah, those militia just don't stand up against the heavy cavalry. Making spears, he's definitely going to know that I'm going to be going pretty heavily into knights probably, since I did make the one. So, Dadgum is really starting to put down the farms. Looks like he really wants to get up into that castle age and get those powerful units off. 1 villager here, that's not really a big deal to be honest, because I mean you're gonna have idols when you're playing fast speed. It's just inevitable. You know, 1 or 2 really isn't a big deal. I mean, obviously every villager counts, but you know, I do send the scout in here. I kind of want to see what I have. Scout it out. Oh, I do send in the knights too, and this was kind of poor timing for Dadgum, just as he was about to put up that wall. So I'm gonna switch to my point of view here. Sending in the knights. I've got the scout here just kind of for information for me to know where his villagers are at. 2 spears. Gonna take down a knight probably. Once I get a couple knights though, I will be able to take down those spears because spears are really... I mean, they are good against cavalry, but they get taken down pretty quickly. 4 or 5 hits from a knight and they're done. But, I am massing up the knights. I don't have any upgrades quite yet. But one thing I've actually forgot is that for Spanish, blacksmith upgrades don't cost any gold, and that's something I really should have taken advantage of because I was kind of trying to save and build up numbers first, but now that I realize that, that was a poor choice. Dadgum is clicked up to the castle age now, but he is getting raided pretty hard, and this watchtower provides a good support for his villagers, but these knights really just can soak up the arrow fire pretty well. They really just don't care very much. And at this point, I'm just trying to distract him, trying to keep him on the defense. And meanwhile, my economy, I mean, this would be a nice time to like boom out my economy and really just take the lead, but I just can't pay attention on both sides. So I'm sucking these knights back, and then I bring these guys in when his spears are over here. It's kind of my strategy at this point, just to keep him guessing as to what's going on. I'm going to come in here and attack, and sure enough, he's going to bring those spears back. And he's going to bring those back. And I'm surely going to see them, and I'm going to run off. And when he does that, I'm going to bring over these knights on the other side. And we're just kind of going to play tag like this for a little bit. What am I looking at? This is my economy. gums here. So he is in the castle age, so I don't know if he's going to go for a pikeman. He does have a decent amount of resources, so he's definitely going more economy oriented. And although I am getting a lot of raiding in, I'm carrying 5 villagers, so this was a bad start. It was terrible engagement for me. He just picked me apart, especially for resources. Spearmen cost pretty much nothing compared to knights. 60 food, 75 food. And that gold is important, although I have taken the middle, which is going to be important for me. But spearmen are cheap, and they're a good counter for cavalry. Pretty much the best counter that you can possibly make. So he's making a lot of them. They're going for the pikeman upgrade, and that's going to be a big upgrade for him. That's going to really make it difficult for me to keep raiding. So although I have done a decent amount of raiding and kept him on his toes, I do think that this game isn't too imbalanced right now, because my economy, like, it really isn't that impressive. I haven't been making very many villagers, which is a pretty big fault for me. But I have been making knights. I've been focusing in on this front with the gold, and now I've dropped a castle. I really wanted to secure this front here so I can really take control of the mill, take control of the gold. Now that I see he's massed into pikemen, I'm going to go into conquistadors, and then I'm going to have the counter, although this is smart for Dadgum here. He's switching into knights. Looks like he's going to maybe try to do some raiding. That's what he needs to do right now, is go in and raid. My base is, this is just wide open. He could just come in here and crush. Walk right through here, kill all of these villagers, no problem. 3 knights, that's all it would take. I would be completely devastated. I think I could send units back, but it's going to really tricky. Maybe leave these pikemen back for defense, but I do have a lot of military units though, so that is a big advantage. Although Dadgum does as well. He does have a decent amount of units. Going for the +1 attack though, because it does apply to both, so I think it's probably a smart move. Dadgum, a pretty solid economy. He's got 47 population. I kind of want to see how many villagers he has. So 7, 12, 19, plus 3, 21, plus 15, 36 villagers to my 30, a little bit more. I'm not going to count that because I'm not in math class and I don't really want to do math right now, so I'm not going to count that out. But pop 51 versus 52, actually we're pretty close. He does have a lot of pikemen, however, so that's going to be a decent amount of his population, I think. Maybe he just has a lot more villagers than me. I think he just does have a lot more villagers. Does have that second TC up, so that's going to give him, offer him a lot more protection at this point. Still going for nice. Looks like he's just trying to build up his economy at this point, trying to recover a little bit. 3rd town center up over on the stone, so it looks like he might be looking for conquistadors too. I really think that you should be raiding at these right now. It is tough to micro your economy and military simultaneously in a fast-paced game like this. Coming in with the conquistadors now, these things are just deadly. They're a very powerful castle unit. Not one of my favorites, to be quite frank, but it is still a very, very powerful unit. 16 damage, 75 health, and it's magic. That's not to love. I'm going to start slowly picking bills. They also have very good armor. 2+1 melee and 2+1 pierce, and that gets increased even more as you get into Imperial Age and get the rest of the upgrades. So, very strong unit. What's Isaac's counter? He's going to throw up 2 archery ranges. Double range, he's probably going to pop out some skirms. And normally that would be a really good choice, but the thing about gunpowder is, yes, he does get an attack bonus versus me because I am an archer. However, one of the main bonuses for skirmishers is that you have high pierce armor, but this attack is so high that it just cuts right through it, and it makes it really hard to counter them. So he's in a tough spot right now, since I have this big mass of conquistadors, and I have taken the gold in the middle, so that is 2 big advantages for me. Let's take a look at my main base real quick. I did throw up at 2nd town center. This is still, I don't even think I've made another villager yet. Like, it really doesn't look like I've made any villagers, which is kind of embarrassing. I mean, these guys are sitting here, they're just, I don't know what they're doing. I did send these guys to work eventually, so they did They did disband the union, so that was good. You know, that would have been bad. Everybody would have lost their jobs. What are you villagers doing? I'm paying you 50 food each, not to stand around. I need you to go mine or chop or gather something. Just do something for me. There's gold right there. Just, I don't care what you do. Yep, there you go. That's right. Back over here, I am putting up the forward castle just to kind of seal the deal, and a siege workshop just to start pushing in here, it looks like. I do wish I could see what he had researched. He does have the +1 attack, so that's going to be big for his skirmishers. Those conquistadors are +1 extra armor, so I've got 4 pierce armor at this point. He's got 3 town centers. This is commendable. He's keeping his villagers out, even though one bad habit for me is definitely when I'm getting attacked, I just keep all my villagers inside the town center. Even a couple of seconds on the town center is just devastating because you're not collecting anything and you're just falling behind here. Dadgum here is keeping the villagers out, keeping them collecting, even though he's in danger. He's Pikes are just going to fall pretty fast. We're just too tough. Here's his big push. He's got to make a move. Dadgum is a pretty good microer, so he's really going to micro these their best effort. He could throw down a castle here if he could get it done. He'd still be microing pretty good. He might take down this one out here. I'm just going to be really hard to out-micro 2 on here. It's almost impossible, so let's just and there's the GG. I did take this one. I don't think that I've beat Dadgum on a Nomad map yet. That's just kind of more of his type map. So I mean, he's a really strong player, really tough to beat, really aggressive. And I played quite aggressively this game, almost to a fault because my economy was just complete garbage. But I mean, that's just my play. That's just how I play it. Dadgum ending up with 1,000 stone in the bank. I think maybe he could have used that somehow. But, I mean, saying that, you don't think about all this stuff during the game. And yeah, it's tough. But well, yeah, not too much more to say about this game. I would like to rematch Dadgum again. He's a good player. So yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. So have a wonderful. What day is it today? Well, I'm gonna cut this video short anyway because I'm just sounding like a buffoon now. So goodbye.